Got chicks.
I fell on the same track Brad did, trying to get my sounds turned off. I looked at that clock, thought I had 15 minutes.
6:55. I forgot we needed any battery in there.
Man, thank you, Lori.
I'm glad I'm of service. You know, I've been doing a lot of this. I did it in 2 hours with my golfing friends the other night. We got it.
So we did our family Thanksgiving with Zoom tonight, and it was good. My sister's house in Great Green. I mean, we've done it since, like, for as long as I can remember. So let's say before I was 10, Thanksgiving, my sister's in Great Green. Well, because now we're gonna do it on Zoom, kids with buy computers. So go to Walmart and buy a computer and then
How did that
grandkids, but good. Exceptionally well. And what surprised me is her idea to do it that way.
But you must be older than me.
18 years.
Oh, wow.
So my oldest brother Philip is 19 years older than me.
Okay, it's about the same
So
time.
I can relate.
Yeah.
I had a nephew that's 9 months younger than me.
So how many brothers and sisters are there?
I have 4 brothers.
So there's 5 total, and it's spread across 19 years. There's 4 of them, so that's
So Paul,
They've got a usually have 5 kids and 6 kids. No.
they are.
They were right on the outskirts of Bridgeland, down in Maine. My brother does. My brother's got one about 10 blocks. He's got some good back on.
But Paul's the youngest of my brothers, and he's 8 years older than me. I just happened to know.
Same here. Same here between me and my next sister.
This conference will now be recorded.
Rob let us know this afternoon that he's heading to the airport to pick up his son, so he won't be joining us. I see Danny and Kevin online.
Hello there.
Hi, Danny.
Hi, how are you doing?
Very well. How about you, Kevin? Can you hear us okay?
I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Great. Yeah, we're doing good.
So I get another chance. That's the video. Yeah.
You have really been getting into this.
Okay. Have you learned a little slack lately, to where it makes them roll off the reeds and kick off to the side?
Yeah, well.
All right. It is 7:00. Welcome everyone to the December 17th DeSoto City Council meeting. Let's start with roll call.
Lane,
Here.
Michael,
Present.
Murdoch,
Here.
Ritter,
Here,
Councilman Daniels is absent this evening.
I would invite you all to please rise and join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our first item tonight is a public hearing on our budget committee.
Yes, council, it is. We've advertised for tonight for the public hearing on the budget amendment that we discussed at the December 5th meeting. There's no new information on that. I gave a presentation and a staff report on that at that time. Just a general summary. We do need amendments to the general fund, primarily for CARES Act expenses that will come through and will be reimbursed. We need an amendment to the refuse fund, primarily because of an increase in service accounts, commercial service accounts, that resulted in more billings than there were more payments to our refuse vendors. And we also need an amendment to the water fund, primarily because of the line removal project that was slated to take place last year, that actually took place this year. In terms of dollar amounts, the actual the state budget forms are attached to the staff report. Those are the official documents that we'll have to submit to the county and to the state. For the general fund, we're increasing about $191,000. For the refuse fund, we're increasing about $45,000. And for the water fund, increasing about $41,000. As I reported last time, the fund balances on all those funds are will end the year better than we projected them at the beginning of the year. So these are more than offset by increases in revenues, but statutory requirements are unable to see the budget match, so we need to do this process. After the public hearing is opened and closed, then I'll ask you to take action on it later on.
Okay. With that introduction, then I will simply open the public hearing on the budget amendment. Anyone wish to address the body on the budget? Anybody on the meeting?
I don't see anybody on the meeting except council members.
Okay, let's do the same. So, having no one present and no one online, I'll close the public hearing. We'll move on. Consent agenda, approve the minutes from our council meeting of December 3rd, from 48 ordinance 892, and approve annual renewal of cereal malt beverage licenses. Any discussion of these items or motion to approve?
I'll make a motion, we put the consent agenda.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second.
Yes.
Any discussion? If not, roll call.
Lane,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
Ritter,
Yes,
Murdoch.
Yes.
Thank you, Council. Motion carries.
Having no one present and no one online, I'm going to dismiss the hearing and call the public statement. But if we had anybody that should go, we would want to speak. Item 3, old business, we have none, so we'll move on to item 4A, consider bids for street shop 2021 CIP items.
Yes, council, we're getting an early start on these items. Steve Chick and Ron Creason have been licking their chops for more new goodies down at the street shop. If you'll remember, we have had $55,000 budgeted in CIP for next year. And that was intended for a two-post lift to go in the bay next to the large truck lift that we installed this year. We thought that was gonna cost about $51,000. As it turns out, there's some money to do some more stuff in there, so we have pricing for the lift, and we also have pricing to fix some more of the fencing around the perimeter on the west side and the east side. The fencing contractors indicated that there will be a materials increase at the first of the year, so we wanted to get this under contract before the first of the year, even though we won't spend any money until next year, and it will all come out of the CIP. So, put Steve in charge of getting bids for that. He got 3 bids from 3 fence companies, as you can see there. It includes the bids themselves in the staff report with the summary there. Lindsay, Challenger, and Allied all submitted. Allied was the low bidder on that part. The two-post lift, which is a lift that will help us lift specifically on-road trucks, the pickup trucks. The large truck lift is sometimes it's a little bit too wide for some of those trucks, but also its size is just too bulky to work with when working on a small vehicle. So the two-post lift, we did get 2 bids from that. A little bit for that is automotive equipment solutions. So what we're asking for approval on tonight is those 2 bids from Allied in the amount of $29,547.24 and from automotive equipment in the amount of $14,104.87. Those total up to $43,652.11.
Any questions for Mike on the bids? Danny or Kevin, anything from the remote side?
No.
I'm good, Mayor, thank you.
Okay. Somebody want to make a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept the bids, from Allied Fence and Security of Kansas Corporation for between $9,547.24 and Automotive Equipment Solutions for $14,104.87.
All second that.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Did you get the folks on that line? Okay, any discussion on it? Roll call, please.
Michael,
Yes.
Ritter,
Yes,
Lane,
Yes.
Murdock.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, our next item is to discuss review and discuss landscaping options for roundabout project.
Yes, council, we are almost 100% design on the roundabout project. We're on target for a January letting, and obviously still on target for construction over the summer months. One of the last items of question is the landscaping improvement. I had Affinis provide us 3 different landscaping options, and these mostly are concentrated at the center island. There's several schools of thought about this, but I know that the overall kind of intent was that roundabout project offers opportunity to showcase this as sort of a gateway entrance into the community. So we didn't, definitely want to have some sort of beautification effort going on there. And landscaping in terms of including those in project costs are a really good way to get that done started. Nothing else to get paid for. So they provided 3 options for consideration. From a traffic impact standpoint, the guidance is that there's a spot in the center of the center island where you could completely obstruct the view all the way to the sky, and it wouldn't have an impact on sight lines for the right of way. But I told them to go ahead and keep these landscaping elements at such a level that they don't grow up and cause any visual sightline issues. So the first option there has plantings in the center, and then they also have some plantings down sort of the southeast quadrant of the roundabout there, as you can see in front of my cursor. This would include, the welcome to DeSoto sign would be placed at that location, and then the landscaping would fill up the center island. The second two options have that welcome sign in the center of the playground. So, option one there, or two, and option three. You know, I don't know that I'm looking for specific feedback on growing types or varieties. You know, if you have that, you have to just take that into consideration. But I know it's a project of citywide importance and it's pretty high profile. So we want to have a success. So know there's some expectations there's going to be some duplication. You do have in the design, we'll send water out to the center island, and we'll have an irrigation system installed with the project, so that you don't have to go out there with water and stuff. But landscaping is an ongoing, continuous effort. And so I've involved Jay with this, with my father's Parks and Rec people are going to be out there, the ones doing landscaping, and this will require probably more attention than any other landscaping that we've got around the city, including some of the stuff in the park. We'll want to be out there, maybe even on a weekly, certainly on a monthly basis, ending to this. So I've asked for low maintenance materials. I'm no expert on planting materials, but they tell me these are all kind of low maintenance that they've selected here. So wanted to get your feedback, general thoughts on that. In addition to the center island, I think there also might be some opportunities around the periphery, with the landscaping and some other beautification efforts, and I've shown just those areas here in green on this figure. And then lastly, you'll remember this year we kind of adopted a policy for public art, which is the Soto Art Council, temporary public art displays at locations around the city. I don't think that within the exact boundaries of the project, I'm not sure there's a great location for that, but, you know, somewhere close to this, maybe just to the north or just to the south, somewhere in the vicinity, there might be an opportunity for that. I would not want that in the center island, you know, but maybe somewhere near here, if we're going to have this as a gateway to feature or something. So I just wanted to get feedback on that. Like I said, we're very close to the final plans, and we want to get them out to bid. So this is kind of be that final second step. Turn it over to you for some discussion.
Questions from council? Thoughts on the options?
I'll chime in.
Go ahead.
I'll kind of mix it up a little bit. I like the sign outside of it. I think I like that location there. I think it'd be better to have that. I think that's too small of a sign to put in the middle of it. And by the time you're in the roundabout, you're gonna be paying attention to what's going on. I like that. I like the sign coming up, but I don't like that landscape configuration. So I did get public input because I got my high school senior and his buddies got a chance to look at this tonight, and so we all vote for 3.
Yeah, with the sign.
Yeah, we all vote for number 3, but with the sign on the outside. That's my thing. And, you know, you talk about maintenance, now in particular, you know, daylilies, you're gonna maintain those 2 or 3 times through the season. You know, the hollies, maybe you'll spread up in the spring, get the winter kill off of it. I think they're all really low maintenance. I don't know that you probably have maybe an issue with trash removal.
Oh, we,
Yeah, that's probably gonna be your biggest.
Bags.
Yeah.
Plastic.
Yeah, but I think they are all low maintenance. I think it can be attractive. Anyway, that's my 2 cents.
Gordy?
I really didn't have anything different than that. I do also like the sign outside of it. And, if I had spoke before Kevin, I still would have said the third one is the arrangement, or the plants anyway, that I like. The combination of them together, so, but, you know, I don't really care which ones we put in. But I do like the sign outside, and I'm not too sure about, the Martin Juniper Stacy, I don't know how tall those get. I've seen that, I don't know, I'm not sure if that would be something we want there or not.
And again, a personal opinion on juniper is this, you plant, and we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of them, I guarantee you 3 of them are gonna go back. You know, you're always gonna end up with 1 or 2 of them in there that's gonna have a problem. That's,
Yeah, the third option seems to have the easiest, and they grow really well here with those maintenance, so those plants that are in that one. So.
well, we got the purple ones in the gray lily, and I know the things to get through. This limited,
Great.
here, they do well. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, I remember when we went through one while we were on vacation, they had a, kind of a diamond, in the center and on 3, and this was a 3-sided, deal that had one that said, welcome to, Fort Myers. And then the other side said, had a picture of their high school mascot, and the other side had their city logo on it. And it was a 3-sided kind of a diamond figure that was only probably in the center, maybe 2 feet high, and it just, you read it, and it was at an angle, and it was made of, it looked like some kind of a plastic kind of thing that looked white, and you know, I don't know if we could do something like that, or maybe it would be better to make something like that that's not that tall, and yet it's at an angle, and maybe something like that's a thought too, where there's no flowers up there or plants to take care of.
Kevin Ritter?
Yes, sir. I have kind of the same thoughts as Kevin. I like number 3, but I did like the sign, on the outside, so, out of the 3 options, I like number 3 the best with putting the sign somewhere else.
I think that's very good feedback, appreciate that. I think that's enough for us to.
Alrighty.
Pretty cool, but it did look.
Moving on, then, we will approve the 2020 budget amendment.
Yeah, same,
Ordinance or what is it?
same as before, so it's actually, it's not an ordinance, if we could just have a motion to approve as presented. Okay. And then I have the state budget forms that I'm gonna hand around, so I'll need, your signatures, and then we'll have to figure out how to get, Danny's and Kevin's signatures on that. We need to get it into the county by the end of the year. We'll figure that out. Don't sign it until you take the motion now.
Would you like a motion, Mayor? I'd like to make a motion, we, approve the budget amendments, increasing the maximum 2020 expenditures for general, refuse, and water funds as presented.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Yes.
Ritter,
Yeah,
Murdock,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
Thank you, council. Motion carried.
All right. Item 5, executive session. We will have one tonight, so we'll move to advisory report. Mike, what do you have?
Just a few quick things, end of year wrap up stuff we're doing here internally, CARES Act project mostly, we submitted for reimbursement on 100% of our internal CARES Act projects. We expect to get that checked by the end of next week, so that's good, we'll be whole on our expenditures and revenues for that. On the broadband, CARES Act, RG Fiber has been out there working. I don't know if you've been able to see them. There's a little bit past you, but they've been out there with the rock drill, and Mike will access by the end of next week. they'll be in a position where I can go verify the installation and get that wrapped up as well. So I'm very happy about that. So it looks like all the CARES Act stuff will be in and at least submitted for reimbursement to the county. And it looks like that second half of the broadband probably won't be reimbursed until January, but that's fine. So that's, very happy about that. That took a lot of effort on our part to get projects up and rolling and done. I think Steve Shaker for his efforts with some of the HVAC stuff that is big project.
That has to be paid by the end of the month.
Yeah, by December 30th, yeah. We have to pay the vendors and submit to the county for reimbursement by December 30th. Yeah.
I did drive, I went down Waverly today, and there's conduit sticking out of the 115.
Yeah, there's sections in there where they couldn't get through the rock,
Yeah.
the same old story.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're hooking up customers on chokers.
Yeah, they've been, Zoom has been hooking up customers for a month now. Well, they were already going, I mean, they had already started. So I'm, really happy about that. The county's been pretty good to work with on that process too, for them, it was quite an effort administratively countywide to figure out what to do with $116 million. They did a pretty good job. They did a pretty good job. It was just, one of those, add that to the list of things we didn't expect to be doing this year. I think everybody was able to do pretty well. The other thing, just kind of a precursor, at the January 7th meeting, planning on having a discussion on our CIP update and strategic plan update. I'll be working on getting information for that meeting for of the year. And that's it for me.
Okay. City attorney, just wanted to let you guys know the judge did hold the virtual hearing on the House Bill 225 neither one of the senators, but two of the special I think that Chief Judge already has one bill. They've done that. Anything else? City clerk. Excellent. Kevin Ritter, anything for the group tonight?
I don't believe so, Mayor. I think I'm good, thank you.
Thank you. Danny, anything, Sheriff?
No, thank you, Mayor. Just everybody have a great holiday.
Lori?
Yeah, I just really wanted to take a moment and kind of reflect back on the year and, just kind of comment that it was something that we never expected and something that we really don't want to ever have to go through again, but it is the way it is now and moving forward. And, I feel that we as a city still got a lot accomplished for what we were going through. We did a lot of positive things out of what we had. And I think, a lot of that, there was a lot of things even behind the scenes that were going on that, a lot of people don't know about, some of the economic development efforts and stuff. And I just really, really want to, just say thank you to, the mayor and Mike, because, what you guys got done this year is just really amazing. I know there's other cities that aren't doing as well and probably are, having some turmoil and stuff, but we fought through it and we did a lot and we made the best of everything. And I think we'll be moving into next year with some good outlooks and being able to be pretty stable and start working on projects and continuing what didn't even really get put on hold. And that's pretty amazing that we really didn't talk about a lot of stuff. So thank you, both of you and all the council members, Patrick and all the staff really. I just think that they deserve a great pat on the back and Mike, you especially. I know we tell you this all the time, that, not everybody handled things as well as you did. And I really, really appreciate what you have done and kept the city going. So
Thank you.
So anyway, and Merry Christmas to everyone, and looking forward to giving you guys a shot next year.
Thank you, Laura. Yeah, looking forward to that, Sean. Yeah. Two of them, right?
Thank you. Thank you. Kevin?
Wow, I'll second that. I mean, that was great. I kind of feel that a lot for going after that. But really just a question. I've noticed on social media, kind of a rash of break-ins, it sounds like. Hopefully, the sheriff's department's given adequate attention to, one, following up on that, but also being sensitive to crime in our community. And it sounds like several cars were broken into kind of in the downtown area. So hopefully they give them that attention.
Definitely that, and we've had, a lot more vandalism around this year than, I think the break-ins are expected, but this year the vandalism, the graffiti and the starting fires and the burnout and ruts in the soccer field, there's just a lot more than I did get, the sheriff's report for, November, earlier this week, and, from the traffic impact, the tickets are up and, accidents are down. That's always kind of the way you wanna see the trend going. But things like burglaries and property damage and property crime. Definitely something I've had discussions with, our new liaison, Chip Martinez, who's the also one of the things, the mayor, I know you all got copied on the speeding issue on Monmouth Street. Sheriff's office was very responsive to that. Put out, they're gonna be putting out the speed trailer that shows you speed flashes at them. Not quite available yet. They put out a data recorder. So, I guess all that is to say, still pretty happy about the sheriff's office and their response and just how do they respond when things like that occur. And yeah, we're looking into that too.
Just to carry on that, Michael and I were having these exchanges about the speeding thing and I got this, like 5 minutes after I sent Michael that email, I got this marketing email from the company that, he's gonna sign with the radar detection. I got his Google, it's deep,
It is.
scared me.
Like fire eye, really is that.
Yeah. When I shared that with Mike, I was like, gee whiz, I've never had an experience at that level, like you do a search, you immediately get everything shows up in the Facebook feed. Man, the email exchange and wham.
You didn't buy one, did you?
No, I'm thinking about it, though, we might get a couple free of those.
Yeah.
Solar powered. I do have one piece of business. We have a vacancy on our Board of Zoning Appeals right now. We don't have any pending business, but we have a vacancy. And I have recruited someone to step in and take that position. Doug Pickert has stepped away from that spot. And, so I would like your approval of my appointment of Lex Nowinski to the Board of Zoning Appeals. Kind of new to the area, been here about 5 years, but in those things, so he's my neighbor behind me, and I've gotten to know him for the last couple of years. He's a business guy, and he's a great guy. So I would ask for an approval of my appointment of Lex.
Y'all make that motion, me too. But no,
No whiskey.
no whiskey.
I'm sorry, that.
All right, we have a motion in a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Thank you, everybody. I don't have anything else to add tonight, I don't believe, other than just to echo the good wishes for Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and see you next year.
I'll make a motion again. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned. Very good. Thank you, everybody.
This conference is no longer being recorded.
Yeah, Rob,
Well, what we would have to pass and we're going to approve a resolution saying the county